Good morning. Namaste, beautiful souls. Welcome to my Advent calendar. This is day 16. And lovely to have you here. I was scrolling through my lists of things that one can do with a tarot deck. And I was just thinking about company that's coming this week. And unfortunately, not tarot people that are coming, but this particular game that I want to remind you of is really kind of great fun to do if you are, I know some of you have tarot circles and get together with other people who have this common interest. And this is just such a great, great fun game. And I don't know if you've ever played this with the tarot. So here is something to do with your tarot cards besides read them. And that is to play Guess Who with them. Now, this does require that you have headbands. And if you do not actually have the Guess Who headband set, I'm sure that you can configure something from, you can get something from the dollar store. But this is a really great, great fun. And I'm sorry I didn't get out my Guess Who headband this morning. But I have the Waite-Smith deck in hand. I have cut the deck. And if you don't know this game, you simply either put your card into the headband holder on your head, or you could, as the host, somehow tape cards to the back, to people's backs. And this game is to figure out who am I, and you can only ask yes and no questions. And for those of you that are quite adept at tarot, you certainly could include all 78 of the cards. And if you wanted to make it a little bit easier, perhaps, I don't know if that's easier, you could just have the cards that have people on them. And this is, I would just love to play this game with all of you. It would be hilarious. Some of them would be a lot easier, some of them not so much. And of course, it depends on your range of vocabulary with some of these folks. Now, as an exercise, you certainly could play this game with yourself. And you could ask yourself, oh no, here goes my voice again. You could ask yourself to, and this is something you could do as an exercise every day even, to write down some closed-ended questions or answers actually, because you could be the clue giver to improve your vocabulary for a lot of these cards. And I think that, especially if you were challenged with the court cards, this might be kind of fun thing to do. A great exercise. So let me have a sip of something warm here before I say hello to you individually. Mary Beth, good morning. Dee, good morning. Clavis, good morning. And Donna, good morning. Angela, good morning to you. I'm going to use the Lonely Dreamer Tarot. This is the first edition, and I'm going to use this for both the inspiration, the feelings exercise, and a tarot tip today. I already know what my feeling word is for today because, well, I'll tell you in a moment. This is my word for today is loss. And I need to make sure I write this in my book. And I wondered if a card would come up that I could use for this word. There's a grandfather whom the children call Papa. And he brings his grandchildren to school every day. And he died last night. I don't know the circumstances around it, but he's black and he is energetic and he is lovely. And his name is Reggie. And Reggie won't be there on the playground every morning going forward. And I think the floral display here, I think just the general vibe here can allow this King of Wands. And I would think of Reggie as a King of Wands. Very dynamic, continuing to lead his family through the last days of his life. And I had no idea these were going to be last days of his life. He's quite young, actually. And so I just want to feel the loss for a moment. And this is a very tight-knit community. It's a small school. This will be felt wide. And what I feel as the opposite of this is there is light. There's a new light. And there is space. And there is space. And there is space for a new... Well, I can say new life, new mentor, new leader. It means that someone else will step forward. It means that there is space for someone else to step forward, for someone else's energy to fill that space. And this is an interesting, I don't know if we should do a reading around this today, but there is another connection here as well. So if my word for today is loss. And I'm just trying to draw something here. I'm noting the space of the transition. I just drew a line. A new life is on the other side. New mentor, something new. But I think it's really important that space be honored, that the silence be honored, that the emptiness be felt fully. And this is a really difficult feeling for everyone, whether loss represents a person or a job, a home, a partner. And this is just really hitting me right now, how important this space is. Good morning, Lydianne. It's been ages. And Clavis, good morning to you. If I didn't, yeah, I did say so earlier. This is something that a lot of us want to rush through. It's like we have to fill that space really quickly, and that gap is where we learn our greatest lessons. The moon continues to wane. The moon continues to wane, and the moon is in the fullness of Scorpio now. And I think that's very fitting for the sort of the mood of my feeling for today. And I've made a new connection here. Maybe just in a different way. In the energy of Scorpio, especially with the water of the moon in Scorpio, and there's quite a dynamic interplay between Sagittarius and Scorpio. And when I think of Scorpio, I always think about this diving into this deep water, diving into being brave enough to dive into the darkness of the water, so that, and you can think of the hook of the symbol, so that we can catch something, so that we can discover something to bring out into the light. And whether we just say hello, oh, you are there, and let it go, or whether we take longer time to fully process it. In order for that little something to come to the surface, something else needs to be released. I think there's something we need to let go of in order to find the other something. We can't just keep mining into the darkness. We can't just keep mining into the depths of our soul and discovering more and more and more and more and more and packing it on, like a mud pie. The process of release is so very, very important. And then I was thinking about my inspiration the other day of Charlotte from E.B. White's Charlotte's Web. And I was talking about the Ten of Wands and myself as a mentor, carrying Ten of Wands energy, right? That's the decan that we're in right now. Carrying through to the end and having someone to help you do that. But that someone, if you are that someone that's helping others carry through to the end, when is it that we let go? When is it that we step to the side? So these nuances of letting go and carrying through and letting go so that we can discover something about ourselves. These are all really, really important. And I think at this time of year, there's a lot of families who have anniversaries of death. This can be a very challenging time of year for many people. I know people that have lost houses at this time of year due to fire. Lots of, there is a lot of tragedy at this time. And I think holding space for that is really important. And yet being with our friends and community and neighbors to help bring in the light is equally important. And that is why solstice is so very important. It's so that we can honor the light in the darkness. know your tarot decks. Know your tarot decks. Know what the strength of your tarot decks are. So that when you have a particular mood, you can get the right one in hand. And I think this is just the right one for today. In the past, I have arranged my tarot decks by size, by color, by... I've had all kinds of different ways I've organized them. And I think knowing them, knowing their strengths. What if you organized your tarot library by strength? And like Tarot Avatara, the Lonely Dreamer Tarot is one that is very good for helping us to feel and explore deep feelings. Two of Cups. The Decan is Venus. You know what, if I ever get any of this wrong, why are we not focusing? Could just be that my greasy thumbprint is on the overhead camera. There's a kind of a slow, very... It's a song called All of Me. I'm not going to sing it for you, but all of me loves all of you. All your perfect imperfections. That's what I'm hearing here. That's what I'm thinking of in this song. Two of Cups. All of me loves all of you. All your wonderfulness and all your imperfections. And that's why we fit together so well. Big swallow there, right? I feel this is really important here. The Devil. And Ace of Swords. One card goes up. One card goes down. The wings of the devil descend. The wings of the Pegasus arise. All of me loves all of you. And what if you could sing that song to yourself? And love your perfect imperfections. What if you were looking at the camera and thinking, oh, Sadhana, that really, there's something that I do, there's something about me that really bugs you, and yet you continue to tune in every day. And I think about certain people that I continue to hold near and dear in my life, and I think it is because I take all of them, their goodness, their grace, and I honor their journey. And there's something here about the cards on either side of the Two of Cups that really honors the journey, the honesty of the journey as well too. And maybe we will even play in the depths together so that we can rise together. Thank you, Clevis. I'm loving all these resources. Donna, you're funny. Yeah. That's why I have invited all of you to appear live on the screen. And that if any of you, we have, so in this series, how many days do we have left? 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. We have 8 days left. If any of you wanted to surprise the rest of the gang and show up with your face on screen, you see how my face is in a little box right now? Your face could be in a box like that. And you could just come on just for a minute and say hi to everyone and send everyone your Christmas blessings. It is not hard technically. I just send you a different link and you just show up in a different way. You can pop on, pop off, and then head back over anonymously to YouTube. So just know that that invitation is here. And all you need to do is send me an email and I will be sure to send you the link. And you just tell me what day you want to hop on, okay? And that's a standing invitation, all right? Standing invitation for any time I am live streaming. I'm sure you all know my email. I do have a banner somewhere. All right, so... well, here's my website. So you just email info@integrativehealingwithsadhana.com. info@integrativehealingwithsadhana.com. Or you can just go to the website and hit there's a contact me button. Yeah. Well, my friends, I'm really, I think this has been really, I've done this other years, and this is feeling this daily reflection is feeling important to me. It's feeling like during a time where it would be really busy. It would be very easy to be, bustling about at this time, which is what I normally do. Forcing myself to get up a little bit earlier and sit down and do this is really good for my being. And I want to thank you all for joining me, whether it's live or you're showing up in a comment later on. Love you all. Namaste. And welcome, Casey. Hello.